Let me explain to you why people go MAGA. Now, the online people usually they probably know better. They don't really care about the country or anybody else. They're just trying to make money. Oh, by the way, if their skin is brown, the odds are much more likely that they are a grifter, evidenced by them rocking the MAGA gear. Ever notice that? Think about right-wing media guys, right? Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro. Have you ever seen them rocking MAGA gear? You ever see them with red hats on, right? Now, think about people like Officer Tatum, right? And other chocolate conservatives, right? You see them with the hats, right? Wearing their MAGA hats. They'll even make hats. They'll even make t-shirts with like Trump t-shirts, Trump Rambo shirts, right? You ever notice that you don't see the other conservative media folks doing that? Why do you think that is, right? Why do you think it is that Ben Shapiro will talk a good game about Trump this, Trump that, but he ain't trying to walk around with no corny cult hat, right? His audience is the cult, right? They wear the hats, right? They're all MAGA Trump, but Ben Shapiro is just a clown. He's just an entertainer, pretending like he's MAGA. You know, he ain't down with that bullshit. Ben Shapiro is way too smart to be in any MAGA anything, or even Trump anything, right? That's all fake, right? But for some reason, the so-called black conservatives, they love to rock the MAGA. For some reason, they feel the need to help a billionaire. I'm gonna help you with your campaign. Almost makes you wonder, are they getting paid to wear the gear? Because it would make sense. I mean, the value of seeing a black conservative who's pro-Trump is very valuable to the conservative movement, right? So I could very much see these folks getting a check to wear the Trump gear. And that would explain why they're the only fools that do that. Listen, man, you ain't about to see me wearing no hat with no politician name on it, especially if that politician is a goddamn billionaire. If they try to run for office and they raising millions of dollars, they got it, man. They don't need me. They don't need me. You guys could go wear that gear, right? You guys can do it. But when I'm doing content, putting out videos, trying to unplug people and wake them up, I'm not gonna be on here promoting no politician. If a politician does something good, I'll tell you they did something good. They do something bad, I'll tell you they did something bad. But I'm not here promoting any politicians. And I don't care if they wanna give me a check. They can keep their money. My integrity is more important to me. Fuck the politicians. Fuck the 1%. I stand with the people of the United States of America. I will always stand with the people. Fuck MAGA, fuck Trump, fuck Biden. I'm with my fellow Americans. Grift. That thing's cold. I mean, am I the only one that ever noticed that? Think about right-wing YouTubers, right? Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder. You ever see them wearing MAGA hats? They ain't trying to wear that bullshit. They ain't trying to wear that bullshit. All pro Trump, and Trump is great for the clicks, but they ain't really about that life. But the black conservatives, right? That's how you know they grifting, right? You could promote Trump, you could be all about Trump, but you don't have to wear a goddamn red hat in your videos, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, it's another version of the damn American flag. Because I'm a conservative YouTuber, I have to have a flag in the background. Like, how unoriginal. Like, what a way to demonstrate your virtue signaling and how fake you are, right? Anyway, let me tell you about how people go MAGA. What kind of people go MAGA? For real, right? You got these influencers, they're making their money at the expense of their viewers. But how are their viewers convinced of MAGA? Or what is the MAGA mindset, right? What are the type of people that Donald Trump appeals to, right? So let me tell you about my neighbor. Right, my neighbor is soft MAGA. She's not wearing the red hats. I never seen her wear a red hat. I don't see her with any bumper stickers or anything like that on her vehicles or whatever. But you know she's MAGA, man. I've spoken to her a couple times. You know she's all about Trump. She loves Trump. Trump is good for the country, blah. And you know what? I'm really seeing that these folks in left-wing media, although obviously it's for entertainment value, so they may juice it up a little bit, but only a little bit, because I've looked at the videos and I compared to what I see in real life, and it's pretty close. So, for example, she uses the same language of, you know, she would swear that she diversifies her media diet and she's not just watching Fox News, right? That's what they all say, right? I listen to different things and listen to different things, but yet you arrive at the exact same conclusion of the people who we would say watching Fox News all day. Let me give you a specific example of a conversation. So I just moved into her area, right? She's been living in this area for maybe 10 years, right? 10 years, this is her area. She's been involved with the local city government, right? She goes to council meetings and things like that. And then when we start talking about Trump or what's wrong with Trump, she started talking about defunding the police, right? Like she's against this defund the police. So I said, I'm sorry, she mentions that she talked about the Democrats here, the blue area, right? She talked about the Democrats here, they defunded the police, and that's why we have all this crime. And right away, you gotta think about the fact that as soon as I heard that, that's like red flags. I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? They defunded the police. I knew, very unlikely that that's the case, right? Why is it that I can immediately know that what they're saying or what she's saying doesn't sound right? Does that matter because it disagrees with what I believe? No, because I know the defund the police argument. I know what people are actually pushing for, right? I know the lies in terms of people that have been trying to smear that movement, right? I know the people who have the most extremist view of defunding the police that liars like Ben Shapiro would like to talk about all day, right? To avoid talking about the real thing that people were actually pushing for. So I'm very well versed in the whole defund the police conversation. Therefore, I know in most cases, it ain't really a thing, right? It ain't a thing. It was a lot of talk. Oh, defund the police, defund the police. When it come down to it, they funded the police. They gave the police more money. They got more cops, right? So I said, okay, but unlike MAGA, right? I don't just go on my feelings, right? Because I felt, we're talking feelings, I felt based on my experience and knowledge, I felt that what she was saying probably wasn't true, right? But I'm not gonna sit there and argue with her. I'm gonna find out what it is. What it do, what it be. So I looked up police defunding and the city area. I didn't find no goddamn story talking about they defund any police. I know what you're thinking. You think I stopped there. I did not stop there, my friend. I did some more research. I asked her for some more details. She talked about, legitimately, we don't have a lot of police here, right? Think about that. I was aware of that. There was not a lot of police here. Small town, but still, didn't seem like we had a lot of police. I had my own incident with slow police response times, right? So it's not like I wasn't aware that we had low numbers here, but that doesn't mean that they defunded the police. So I went and did some research online. I asked her, when did they do it, right? And I did a search around that time and see what was going on. Anyway, long story short, turns out the city was basically, I'm not gonna say bankrupt, but they were having some serious financial issues. So the reality is not quite what she claimed it was. So when I looked it up and found out that what she was talking about was something from 2019 regarding a budget problem that was addressed before George Floyd or anything about defund the police was a thing. I pointed this out to her and she just completely hand waved it away. Whatever. These are the type of people who MAGA appeals to. These are the type of people who Trump is very easily able to manipulate, right? Not that she's stupid. It's sort of, she's making a conscious decision to put her fingers in her ears, believes what she wants to believe, have a very emotional sort of thought process about what's happening in the country. And this is how Trump is able to control and manipulate people like this. And he can say so many obvious lies. And it's so obvious what he's doing, right? But yet people like this person will actively support Trump because even when they say something that's completely wrong, they have this feeling that police were defunded and it's demonstrably false. It's not even like, oh, okay, I still like Trump, but I guess I was wrong about that one. No, it's just completely, fingers in her ears. That's MAGA, right? That's the type of person who likes Trump. That's the type of person who's MAGA, right? Obviously, there's different types of people who, quote unquote, like Trump. Some people vote for Trump, choose Trump over the alternatives, right? But I'm more speaking specifically in terms of MAGA people, the MAGA mindset. That's the MAGA mindset, right? I believe this thing happened that was so bad, so we got to put Trump in power to stop this from happening. And even though what I said was completely wrong and the evidence is right there, I don't want to see the evidence. I don't care, whatever. That's MAGA in a nutshell. This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.